Well, tomorrow will be a big moment for New Zealand's Finance Minister, Nicola Willis, when she announces her first budget. New Zealand's three-party coalition government was elected in November, all three parties promising better economic management. Let's bring in our correspondent, Jack Nyhoff, from our New Zealand Parliament studio. So, Jack, fascinating to see three parties effectively trying to have some cohesion in this economic message. What can we expect tomorrow?
We can expect a strong focus on law and order as well as defence. We've already had those announcements prior to the budget, $527 million of new funding for defence. That is a big focus, as well as $1.7 billion to increase prison capacity and train new officers as well. We also expected some news around health as well. But what we know is out of the budget is the home owners grant as well. Now, the government has promised a lot of savings. They've asked every department to save up to 7.5% in funding. They're going to use those savings to fund tax cuts and subsidies for Kiwis. Now, you need to remember New Zealand is in a double-dip recession, which means that 4 of the last 5 quarters, there's been negative growth in the economy. Inflation is trending down, but it is still quite high at 4%. And this is the Conservative government's first budget after 6 years of Labor in power as well. So they've campaigned on a promise to get the economy back on track.
I believe it's a budget that delivers for all New Zealanders. Māori New Zealanders, non-Māori New Zealanders, all have been hit really hard by poor economic management in the past few years. And we are a government that is really intent on helping Kiwis out with cost of living relief, making sure we're investing in the services that matter and getting our books back in order, and everyone stands to gain from that.
Jack, all the talk here is Direction 99. Now, remember, Labor brought that in to essentially appease Jacinda Ardern, the New Zealand Prime Minister, because she believed at the time Australia was sending convicted criminals back to New Zealand with little or no real ties to the country. Any response yet from the New Zealand government or anyone over there about this?
We're actually expecting a response within the hour, Tom. I've been in contact with the Foreign Minister's office, and we're just waiting for that response to come through. I've also put the question to the opposition, to Labor, Chris Hipkins, the former Prime Minister, who took over from Jacinda Ardern as well, to see if they want to respond. Obviously, some very strong comments that we've seen from the opposition in Australia as well, targeting New Zealand and that agreement. This is the big first test for Christopher Luxon. This could cause a massive diplomatic split between New Zealand and Australia. Jacinda Ardern was very tough on organising this deal. It was one of those big issues that she was campaigning on. So it'll be interesting to see what Christopher Luxon's response will be to this issue.